Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. It's Nate from I Quit My Band. Thanks for joining me. I'm here on a little side quest, if you will, back in the reaction zone. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've gone fuck things up just like I always do. A couple weeks ago, I got the chance to sit down with one of my favorite new artists, Sugar Pit, real name Kian Stevens Winston, who last year, I don't know if you remember, last year around the same time, Thanksgiving time, he released a record called Shh, Don't Jinx It, which got a fair amount of hype online from a lot of publications, got a lot of good reviews, and I checked it out, loved it. Someone had reached out to us and asked if we wanted to talk with Kian, and I said, yeah, absolutely. I'm loving the new record. And this time around, and now we're kind of repeating history a little bit. Kian, exactly almost 11 months later, has put out another new record as Sugar Pit called Freaking Out Indoors, which is out right now. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to music. And of course, I checked this thing out when it came out because I was such a huge fan of Don't Jinx It. And this thing is weird, it's grimy, it's zany, it's all over the place. We did a review of it, me and Evan. We likened it to someone in an insane asylum wearing a straitjacket, kind of bouncing off the walls. And that's exactly what the record sounds like. And we did that review. After we posted the review, Kian reached out again and said, I'd love to do another interview. And I said, I'd love to do another interview, man. So we did another interview. Kian sat down with me over Zoom, and we talked. We've talked for like 45 minutes about his new record, the complications of making new records, the complications of being signed to a label, the freedom it kind of gives you to not be on a label anymore, being afraid to release some songs that you are not sure if people are going to like or not. Just the kind of balls you have to release a song called Suck Me, with the refrain of the song being Suck Me. We also talked about his album release show, which looked amazing, and I think there's a recap video of that online right now on his YouTube channel, so go check that out. And I know what you're thinking, Nate, wow, this sounds amazing. I can't believe you got this interview, and it went so well. Yeah, that is part of it. But the other part of it that I haven't even told Kian yet is that the Zoom call did not record his camera for some reason. I don't know if it was a setting on my end or his end. I'm assuming it's my end. Yeah, when we hung up the call and I went to look at what was recorded, it was just a giant screen of my face. And I'm not sure why, because I was talking to him directly on the camera. So instead of just putting out a giant screen of my face, I decided to do this as an audio-only episode, obviously. And I wanted to do this little intro to kind of tell you about the interview before we go into it. But it was a fun interview. You know, you don't need video for everything, guys. You can just listen to it. You know, zone out at work while you're listening to this or listening in bed. It could be some good ASMR, I'm not sure. And I'm sure we'll have Kian on again. We're going on 2 years in a row now. I don't see that guy slowing down musically at all, so we'll probably have him on next year. And we did talk about him coming on the show, physically, in person, being the fourth chair. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully that's where we're headed next in our relationship with Sugar Pit. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the show. Enjoy my interview with Kian Stevens Winston, a.k.a. Sugar Pit. Go listen to his album, Freaking Out Indoors. It's out right now. It's fucking awesome. It's one of my favorites of the year so far. Thank you. So what's up, dude? We're here with Sugar Pit, almost exactly 11 months later.
Yeah, dude.
I can't believe it. I was on my time hop this morning, and it showed me a picture of us talking, like, around this time. I remember you were in, like, your parents' house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was at my aunt's house for Thanksgiving, and yeah, we're like a week out from Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, I felt bad about that because it was like the only time we could do the interview was the night before Thanksgiving.
No, I was happy to be there. It's all good.
It was fun. It was a good one. So yeah, like a year after Don't Jinx It came out, we got Freaking Out Indoors. Is this your second record?
Yeah, it's the second one.
Nice. And I remember at the end of that interview that we did last year, you were like I've been recording some crazy noisy shit. And you were like, I'm gonna send you the record, and I was like so pumped to hear it. And like, I've been doing some stuff that's like way harsher, some crazier stuff. Is this is Freaking Out Indoors what that project was?
Yeah, that's what that was. And it's
Oh yeah.
funny too, because like I wrote that album in the middle of writing Don't Jinx It. Like,
Oh really?
yeah, like all this shit. Like I had like basically like the first half of Don't Jinx It done.
Yeah.
And then I like just was like I like started hitting this mood. Like I was just started getting in this fucking zone of life where I was like just like I don't know, bro. Like just wanting to tear it all apart. And yeah, I fucking wrote that shit in like probably like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, holy fuck, like I still have to like release this for like I can't lead with this album. And like I was like, fuck, I still gotta finish the other. So I went back and like all the second half of the first album, like Rockstar Fantasy and stuff, is like all stuff that I like went back to like try and round out the album after the fact.
Oh wow. So it was kind of like a half and half thing. That's weird because like
Yeah.
that's fun. That's weird to hear that because this album sounds like, I mean, there's definitely similarities of this one and then Don't Jinx It. But like it is so much like weirder. Like the
Yeah.
headspace that you're in, like I don't know. Like the guitars are hard, like you probably heard us in the review. The guitars are like
Yeah.
fucking gnarly as hell. And the vocal approach too is different. Like it's not so like structured and verse chorus. It feels like it does live up to the name of the album. It sounds like you're freaking out indoors. It sounds like some things were going on, and I wanted to ask about what that was too. Like what was like you said you wanted to tear it all down. Like what was causing that?
I think there was like a lot of things at play like in my life. Like I feel like one was I was living in I had moved to this house alone and I
Hmm.
was living in this weird like newly gentrified like kind of like fake plastic floor, clean white wall,
Yeah,
like
I hate that.
this ADU back house kind of thing. And it was just like I was just like alone in this house all day. And I felt like also I was feeling a lot of pressure, like albeit like self-imposed kind of
Yeah,
like just like being on a label of like, oh, I've got to write all the time, like I've got to make as much music as possible.
yeah,
And so it was this weird combination of like being inside all the time and writing all the time. And then it just like started happening that like all this music started being like about being inside writing music.
yeah, yeah.
And I don't know, man. And also like I feel like I I was really at odds with just the business side of music at that point. And
Yeah.
I was just like coming into it. Like I just got signed and I was like, I really hated music managers at the time, like like to a degree that was uh, unsensible. Like I just
Yeah.
hated them. Like I hated, and I mean that's a whole other thing to go into, but like because it's sort of like not all music managers are inherently bad, and I think I've really switched my tune. I've come around a bit since then, but I think at the time, like the shit that bothered me was like I don't know, music managers are like there's like this like faux authority figure that's like that, but also you're counting on them,
Yeah.
but also they're not, and you want them to be there for you, but they're not really there for you. And so I don't know, it's like some personal shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
That
like their
like
job, but also like they have to, they have to form a relationship for you with you to do their job well, but it also is their job. So they have to
yeah,
like,
totally,
yeah.
totally. And I think that I just felt like so like life or death with
Yeah.
music at the time, and like trying to make it. And if I didn't feel like they were on the same page as me, and they were just like coming in to do a half-ass job, and like that they wanted to take, their cut or whatever, that
Yeah.
it just, there's something that just like, I don't know. At the time, I think I was processing like you're insincere, and like you're like a fucking snake, or ba da 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 da, and like
Yeah.
whatever. That's the it's a this like is it could turn into a fucking therapy session.
Sure.
This
Oh,
interview, if I let
I
it.
mean,
But
it's okay if it does. That's fine.
um anyway, yeah, and I think like, and I think also at the time, like, I think also at the time of writing that album, I was so in the grind mode of everything, of like,
Mhm.
I've got to make this work. Like, I just got this record deal. Like, it's go time. Like, da 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 da. Like, now's the time to write all the time, and to like be pushing all the time, and be playing live all the time. And I think that whatever job you're in, if you're in that grind mode, you are really out of touch with a part of yourself, with like
Oh
your
yeah.
you get out of touch with like your emotions, and like your empathy, and your tenderness, and your um just like, you're not in touch with yourself the same way. And like, I feel like I wasn't really taking care of myself the same way that I like, or the way that I do now,
Yeah.
like. And but I think that's also just sort of like a symptom of, like, I don't know, like our society, like in a way, like I feel like a lot of people like get in that mode, like, I don't know, like, I think that like the way everything is set up right now, that like if you want to be like a freelancer or an entrepreneur, it's like grind all the time. And if you're grinding all the time, you just lose sort of a touch of like your humanity. And so I think that was like, I think a lot of this, it sort of felt like, like the shadow, like of yourself. Have you heard of that shit before?
Keep going. I'm
It's
not
like,
sure.
it's this like psychology thing. I actually don't really know that much about it, but it's just kind of like the sense of like there's this part of yourself that like, the darkness, it's just the darkness,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
inside of yourself. And I feel like at the time of writing it was just kind of this like tension between me and like,
The
I don't know.
powers that be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
Like
don't know.
whatever that may be, if it's music managers or just like fucking the world, like the album does sound that way. Like I think I even said it in the interview. It sounds, I don't know if it was intentional, but it sounds like some sort of like fuck you to something, you know?
Yeah, it is. It all was. And I don't know, like, I don't know, bro. You could get this, like I said, this could turn into a therapy session. I don't know totally where that came from, but I don't know. That attitude is definitely
It's
is
in there.
deep
Yeah.
is deep within me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I mean, I know exactly what you're saying because like when you are grinding, like it feels good because like you have, a purpose and a thing to accomplish, but at the same time, like you're not taking the time to enjoy the thing that you're doing because it just becomes like it becomes work. So the thing that you're doing is just like, yeah, I got to do this thing and it's kind of like this humble brag, but at the same time it feels like, you're a salesperson rather than doing it for the reason you originally started doing it for. Whether that be music or whatever. I mean, I certainly feel that way with the podcast sometimes because it's just
Mhm.
like constantly making, clips and videos and things and then putting them out online and, people are get to say whatever the fuck they want underneath it, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care what it is, but yeah, I definitely know what you're saying in terms of that, and yeah, like I think it's a healthy thing to, you know, be writing a record and having like the emotions come out and not just, you know, repeating the same thing and like being even more of like a wind up monkey toy or something. I was like, we need you to do this album again. We need you to do this like something that sounds exactly like that again. Like
Yeah.
I think it's like we said it in the interview, like we're not in the interview in the review. Like you were so like you and Atlantic parted ways
Hmm.
with this record. And first of all, I want to ask like what that was like.
Yeah.
And like yeah, we definitely, you know, putting something out that you believed in and being like, no, you know, I'm gonna put this out makes it a more enjoyable listen than just, you know, hearing something that is, you know, I guess cookie cutter.
Yeah, and I mean also like most of this album was not like I said, I was writing this in between um the other album that I was recording, which was like more sensible kind of
Yeah.
pop songs. And like a lot of this shit I wasn't even like trying to release. Like I just like I had made like 5 of these freaky songs. Like I had made like Morning Routine, Suck Me, and like Peace and Love. And I had like those couple of demos, and I was literally just venting. I was like, great, these are great. I'm gonna trash these this was
Yeah.
fun. I got the steam off. Like, and then my friend Austin was a big reason that I continued the album. Like I showed him these demos. He's like, "Oh shit, this is really cool. Like you should
Yeah.
keep going." And so I did. And that's like where the rest kind of came from. But yeah, as far as the label goes, like also to be clear, like it wasn't like they were like, "Oh, we can't wait to give you another advance." Like
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
show me what you got. Like the first record didn't stream that much and it didn't make that much money. And like there was I was not making the money back. Like that was a big
Sure. Yeah.
part of why they didn't do it. And I think this was just like it didn't help that the next thing coming out was um you know was unlistenable.
Not as accessible, I think, is
Yeah, yeah,
the yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. It's like it's so cool, you know, at the same time. But like you were mentioning songs like "Suck Me," that is one of the questions that I was gonna ask you. Like y during the release of this record, you know, I follow you on Instagram and stuff, so I saw that you were posting stuff like, I'm genuinely curious what people think of this. And even in the last track of the record, the author's note, you're like, I want to know what your thoughts on this where
yeah.
are. Like, did you send it to a lot of friends? Like, were you afraid to release a song like "Suck Me"? Like,
Yeah, bro, I didn't even want to release that shit. Like, because I just recorded it for fun. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't trying. There was no part of me that was like, that's why I was being so gross on it, is because I was just like, I just like,
You thought no one was gonna hear it.
yeah, I was just for fun. I was like,
Yeah.
let me see how far I can take it.
"Suck Me" is one of my favorite songs on the record.
Thanks,
It's
man.
like
Yeah, I mean, I hate it, but it's kind of my favorite too.
the first time I heard it, I was like, "Damn, this is wild." And then the whole day, I was walking around my house just like to my wife, to my dog. I was like, "Suck me," like just going crazy because it just gets stuck in your head, even though it's just so simple and gross. But it's like it's infectious at the same time.
Yeah, bro. Like I feel like that is one thing I'm kind of proud of the album is like I feel like they some of these songs do walk this line where it's like unlistenable, but like you're kind of like this, but then you're kind of like this a
Yeah, it's
little
like
bit.
watching, I don't know, it's like watching porn or something. It's like you don't want to, it's like watching a sex scene with your parents, you know?
Oh,
You know what
that's
I mean?
funny, man.
You're watching a sex scene, you're in the room with your parents and the sex scene comes on and you're like, do I leave? Is it gonna be cool? And then you just like you're like, I'm old
that's
enough. I think it's gonna
that's
be okay.
stinky.
We're all mature. And then you're like, that was
Oh,
fine. That was good.
That's stinky, bro. That's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny though. Like, I feel like that song has been getting the most, um, like love from the album. Like, I get a lot of people saying to me, like, yo, like pretty much what you just said. Like, the first time I listened to it, I was like, gross. But then I kept like wanting to come back and listen to it. But
Yeah.
like, but also like, yeah, like I feel like people like it because everybody feels like that sometimes. Like
Oh
everybody
yeah.
has the fucking suck me guy inside of them, and like,
Suck me, guy.
yeah. But and also like it's just fun. It's like fun to be gross. Like it's like,
It's very
yeah,
fun to be gross, and everyone deserves, every artist deserves to have a song like that on some record, whether it's
yeah.
every record or some record, like you're 100% allowed to be gross and release music like that. Because it's a good, I mean, it's not just like this gross song that is like goofy, but it also has, your the influences that you have, the whole record are still in that song. It's not
Mm.
like you abandon everything. Like the guitars are still fucking, it's probably one of the gnarliest songs on the record in terms of guitar. Like it,
Yeah, totally.
like instrumentally, it's one of my favorites too. Like, I know you said like a lot of this record was inspired by just like the way you were feeling and stuff, but did you have like an artistic kind of influence that you were like, I want to make this next project sound like this? Like, or
Uh,
sound like these people, like, was it, because Don't Jinx It reminds me a lot of like Beck. And this one, in some regards, does too, but it feels like way more original at the same time.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Um, yeah, I was on a lot of it. I was trying to rip off Model Actress.
Dude, that's awesome. Love
Like
Model
literally, that first song, the my morning routine is literally the bass line is a rip off of Crossing Guard by Model Actress.
Wow, I didn't even think of that. That
It's the same drum beat, it's the
yeah.
same bass line, and it's funny because I was lucky enough to have a session one time with their drummer Ruben, and I showed it to them. I was like, bro, I'm ripping off your song. Like, what do you
What did he say?
think?
Was
And
it fun?
he he was like, huh, I don't hear it.
Good try.
Yeah, right. Which I thought was so funny and also like so that was humbling. Um
Yeah, no, I could definitely hear that now, just that noisiness and like the bass lines are for a couple songs on the record. I can hear it. Like Bulldozer, I could hear it a little bit with Model Actress, and I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, so
nice.
I can hear some Nine Inch Nails in these songs as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
like,
dude, I actually don't know Nine Inch Nails. That I haven't listened to that much of their stuff.
I'm like a
But
more recent fan. I've gotten into them like more like 3 or 4 years ago.
what should I listen to? What's a good album to start with?
You gotta start with the Downward Spiral, because
Okay.
that, I mean, it's the best one, and it sounds kind of like a poser answer to say Downward Spiral, but it's the one that's gonna get you into all the other shit as well. And it's
Okay.
yeah. It's
I'll
not,
check
I
it
mean,
out.
it's very edgelord, but I think he
Nice.
goes more like radio rock edgelord, towards their later records. So it's still like it's true edgelord.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, nice. Yeah, but I was just trying to like, yeah, rip off Model Actress as much. Like I was just really into their guitar player, like just using like he's like always using the like the bridge of his jazz
Yeah.
master and like using harmonics and shit and like just not playing notes but just like using textures and shit. And I just thought that I was like, yo, that's what's up.
Yeah, no, the harmonics is definitely like, did you play guitar on this whole record, right?
Yeah, I played everything, and
Yeah.
it's pretty much all guitars. Like it's all just guitars running through like bit crusher pedals and
It's
fuzzes and
so
shit.
yeah, it's fucking awesome. But the harmonics is like something that, yeah, I don't it's such a cool approach to guitar playing. Like just as a guitar, because I'm a guitar player, or I was a guitar player at least. It's such a cool approach to like be able to just do harmonics and just make it have like a melody and like something real, like and everything also off of like Don't Jinx It, I noticed on there too. Like it's such a wild approach. Like was it a band like Model Actress that made you like want to start doing that kind of stuff or messing around
That,
with that kind of stuff?
that and this other band, this is like my favorite album of all time, is called Raw Steak and Black Coffee by Free Refills.
I've
It's
never
like
heard of that.
it's like so obscure, and I can't like find them anywhere. They're like not on the internet. Um, like yeah, I can't figure out who the members are. I can't find any pictures of them. Like, but
Classic.
check it out. That album is so cool. But yeah, it's like that album is all like just weird, fucked up guitars, like running through like like bit crushers and ring mods and like I don't know. That's a really abrasive album, and I was just listening to that shit. Like, man, that shit makes my other like this. This makes everything else feel so soft, and like I don't know. I just wanted that. I wanted that
Yeah,
vibe.
no. I love noisy shit and noisy guitars. Like when I used to play guitar, I used to have, like the craziest fuzz pedals, the craziest bit crusher pedals, like all this stuff from like Death by Audio and all this shit.
Cool.
Stuff that, you start playing it and you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna write anything like around this effect because I probably can't, but it's just
Yeah,
cool that I have it. Um,
dude, totally. And I also feel like there's something cool about like using harmonics because you don't really like. I don't know what notes I'm playing, like
yeah,
what the
no,
harmonics are,
yeah,
and they're kind of undefined too. And so it's kind of like just it's like playing the drums on guitar or something. Like, oh, there's
yeah,
this sound over here, there's a less harsh sound over here, and it's like takes some of the thought out of it, and like you just
yeah.
kind of there's more like playing around and mystery, and yeah.
Yeah, it is like an ambiguous thing because I feel like someone that doesn't play guitar or know what the fuck's going on, just like any listener would be like, what instrument is that? I've never heard anything like that, which is
Mm-hmm.
it's cool. And also speaking of guitar players, you have a live guitar player that I don't know his name, but I have a mutual connection with him actually. He was in a band called who am I talking about? What's his name?
Eli probably.
Eli, yeah. Um, he was in a band called The Living Strange, I think.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I used to be friends and play in a band with a guy that was like in a band with a guy that was also in The Living Strange. And I remember like I started listening to The Living Strange like a long time ago and was always like that these fucking guitar tones are crazy. And
Yeah.
then I saw that he was in your band, and I was like, that's like the perfect fit for your music.
Yeah, yeah. Eli's an amazing guitarist, like truly one of a kind. Just
Yeah.
like he's a mad scientist.
It does
And
seem like that. Like I see his like videos all the time on like TikTok or Instagram or something. He's always like, I don't know how the fuck he's doing the shit that he does. It's crazy.
I know, I don't either. He's
Yeah.
crazy.
Tell me about the release show that you had for Freaking Out Indoors because
Oh,
I saw videos and it looked fucking amazing. Like it was like art installation it looked like it was in an art gallery. Am I right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was yeah, I threw it at this like art gallery venue space called LAX, which is in
Okay.
like Westlake in LA.
Yeah.
And my idea was to try and do like TikTok in real life.
Yeah.
Like you step in through the door and you step in through the screen, kind of like Night at the Museum style, where like everyone the phone like comes alive and now you're inside of it. And
So
so I
crazy.
like hired these actors to play, like I had five actors to play like different TikTok tropes. Like I had like a gym bro, like I was trying to rip off like David Goggins, you know that guy?
Sure. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, like David Goggins, and then like a finance bro that was supposed to be like, I don't know, like a fucking like Andrew Tate type
Yeah.
of character. And then there
Davis
was like
Clark, Andrew Tate.
who'd you say?
Did you ever see Davis Clark?
I
The
don't. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Dude,
finance bros, right?
There's a Davis Clark sample at the beginning of Total Control.
Holy shit. Yeah, I think you're right. Wait, what does it say?
He says he's like locking in on this podcast, ready
Yeah.
for a day.
And then there's also the Pookie and
Yeah,
Jet.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna bring that up too. The Pookie looks absolutely fire tonight. That's the one I was thinking of in my head, but I didn't realize there was Davis. You had Davis Clark on there too. That's awesome. Oh, did I lose you?
Are we back?
Lost you for a sec. Can you hear
Are we
me?
back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're good. Okay.
Yeah. I
Um.
didn't realize you also had you pulled in, the finance legend Davis Clark on the record. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so the show, like you had like people acting that kind of stuff out. Like what were they doing? Just kind of like in the corners, just kind of being finance bros,
They,
being weirdos.
yeah. Pretty much. Like. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at this text. I'm looking at me
Oh,
and my girlfriend are looking at houses.
oh hell yeah.
It's just funny. It's funny that we're doing this interview now, like, because also me and my girlfriend adopted this stray dog, and it turned out to be pregnant,
Oh
and so
shit.
we just had literally 7 puppies are in my bedroom right now, and me and my
Holy
girlfriend are like
shit.
laying in spots.
Like what are we
I
supposed to do
know,
with all
but
these
it's
dogs?
cool. It's huh? What'd you say?
Like you're probably just like, what are you gonna do? Like you're just asking people to adopt them pretty much?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually just adopted a cat like 2 weeks ago, a stray kitten, and she's been fucking keeping me up all night. She slept on my face last night, which was pissed me off. But yeah, she slept directly onto my face. I woke up at 3 in the morning, just couldn't breathe, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like
Um,
on top of your face, like this.
yeah, it was just like no, it was like she was like horizontal, like covering my nose and mouth, like half of my mouth and all of my nose. I was like, what?
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it was bad. But yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna ask about the release show. But yeah, the release show
Oh,
looked fucking amazing, and the all the stuff that you do with like outfits and costumes and stuff, like the spiky hair that you've been showing off for this entire record release, and then like the knife collar, and then like the phone collar.
yeah.
Crazy. And I see on Instagram you're making shit all the time. Is it just you making all that stuff, or do you have people like helping out? And how does the creation of all of that stuff go? Like, do you think like, is it like drawn out on paper? Like, do you draw it and then you're like, this is what I want? Or like, how does that come about?
Some of it I make by myself. Some of it, like the knife collar, was
Yeah.
made by this artist in LA that I know, named Wally. I actually don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Walensky.
Okay.
Instagram Wally World. And he's just like this like berserk performance artist in LA, just doing the craziest fucking photo shoots and performance like art exhibitions. And but he's a fucking madman, and he had that already, and I was like, this would be sick for my thing, so I bought it off him. And then
Oh yeah.
I worked with him, that same guy Wally, to make the selfie collar. I had originally had the idea like from this Tommy Cash. Do you know Tommy Cash?
No.
He's like this
Sounds familiar.
I actually don't know that much about him, but anyway, he's like this he's an artist, and he went to the Met Gala with like a phone holder and a laptop holder. And anyway, that was kind of the inspiration. And I worked with Wally to build that selfie collar thing. Um, and yeah, this hair spiking up, that was my girlfriend's idea.
How often did you have to spike your hair up?
All the
Like
time, bro. All the time.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, it probably takes a long fucking time to get your hair to look like that. And I've seen quite a few videos and pictures of your hairs. Like it's had to have been like a dozen times.
Yeah, yeah, probably like 15 or 20 times, because like
Holy
for
hell.
every video shoot, every show. Um, yeah, I use this like unflavored gelatin, and it's just like literally like Jello in my hair, and it takes like maybe like an hour to do every time.
Damn.
but I feel like if I would have I don't know, I just felt like I had to commit to a look, you know?
Yeah. No, it definitely like, it makes the whole image of this record look more like abrasive. Like you know what you're getting into just
Yeah.
based off of the hairstyle alone. And
I,
also the video shoots. I wanted to ask about the video shoots at like Planet Fitness. Like what was that like? What's it like going into a Planet Fitness with like a camera and your hair looking like that and crazy shit because you're doing the lat thing and then the laptop like people working at Planet Fitness just looking at you like what like do you tell them before you're coming or do you tell them when you're there like that you're gonna be doing stuff or
nah. I mean, I just came with all that shit in a bag, and I'm just a regular guy trying to work out, and my hair is this is how I look. This is just
I'm
what I
just a
do.
mega guy. This is how I do my fucking lat pull. I do.
But yeah, all this shit. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I mean, I have fun doing weird shit like that in public because it's like kind of nerve wracking, but then
Yeah.
it's also like, yeah, it's fun. But yeah, my girlfriend, God bless my girlfriend, like shot all of that. Every single one of those videos is her behind the iPhone. Like she snuck in with me to a junkyard. Like she climbed this barbed wire gate with me to like film in this junkyard for like the bulldozer videos and like yeah,
Yeah,
like
dude.
helps
So
me.
the
Yeah.
bulldozer, like that wasn't like you had to like climb a fence to get in there.
Yeah, like we tried to just walk in through the front and we got kicked out, and then we went around the side and snuck in.
Dude, that's commitment, man. I would if I
Yeah.
got kicked out of something like that, I'd be like, well, just going home. I guess I can't do it. I have such a problem like going out in public and shooting videos and stuff. I don't like it. So I can't even imagine. I can't even wrap my head around that.
I think I was just kind of in a zone of like this has to
It has to happen. Yeah.
this has to happen. Like this is the idea. It has to happen.
That's awesome though. I mean, the Bulldozer video is awesome. I Bulldozer is one of my favorite songs on the record too because it's really different and it reminds me of like I don't know, Talking Heads or something like that. But
Thanks, man.
what's your favorite? This could be the last question because we could probably go like forever on this. But what's your favorite song on the record?
It's hard to listen to Suck Me Back like on the recording.
Yeah.
Like it's not really like fun to listen back, but I love playing that song live. And I think that the more I play it and the more time it has out in the world, the more people like fuck with it. And
Yeah.
at the release show, like people were like singing along to it. Like I was like holding the mic out to the audience and be like, if you want me to go left, suck me.
Yeah.
And that shit made me genuinely just like gleeful. Like I
Oh
was so
yeah.
happy.
That's like that song I feel like you have to experience live at some point. Like that is
Yeah.
just that's so I want to sing along to Suck Me at a show. So you have to come to Pittsburgh at some point. Are you t touring for this record at all?
I don't have a budget anymore, so
Oh,
it's kind of like
it's
it's
tough.
expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see. I hope so. I pray and I hope that and I dream that like Viagra Boys will pick me up for
Oh
an
my
opener.
God. That would be such a sick double bill because you guys are perfect together.
Now I went to their
So
show
good.
a while ago and I burned 4 copies of this album and I threw it on stage at their LA show.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Didn't hear
Um,
anything back yet though. We got to start
they
some sort of like Instagram campaign. That would
I
be
know they
good.
saw it. I could saw because I tagged them on I posted the video of me throwing the CD and
Yeah,
I tagged them and they saw it. But no, I think they're just thinking about it.
they're thinking about it. It'll happen. It'll happen soon because it feels like two worlds that need to collide, you know?
Yeah.
Now that you
just
say that, that's like perfect.
and I mean it would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would be the route for me right now is definitely if I want to go on tours to just like get picked up as an opener for a way bigger band.
For a
Like that
bigger band, yeah.
Fiddler tour that I did for the last album was so awesome. Like
Yeah.
such a blessing. And like I still get people like hitting me up on the internet being like, "Yo, we found you at the Fiddler show and da da da." Um but yeah, I hope I do get to tour it a little bit. Um I would love to go to New York with it because like I feel like in LA like there's not that much of like well, I don't know. I just know in New York there's a scene for this type of shit. Like
Yeah,
model
for sure.
actresses out there and there's like noisy rock bands like doing noisy rock band shit.
It's a
And
big
I feel
thing.
like there's like a circle and there's like a market for that kind of thing out there and
Yeah.
that there just isn't quite in LA. But you're out in Pittsburgh. What's the scene like? What's it like out there?
Pittsburgh, I mean, I used to be pretty involved in the music scene out here in Pittsburgh, but like it's kind of all over the place. Like there's so many different types of bands that exist. It's a lot of like there's a lot of like very cool underground like punk hardcore. There's like the hardcore scene is crazy, but it's tough to just even
Mm,
be aware of because none of them have social media or anything. Like it's
mm,
all like very grassroots. Um, but there's a lot of noisy like psych rock bands out here. Like the psych rock and kind of like yeah, throwback like fuzzy, really heavy guitar, that kind of shit is kind of like popping off. Like most of the bands that open for other bands that come through some of the big venues are like they're kind of in that realm, kind of like not stoner, but like OCs type of stuff, Frankie and the Witch Fingers type of shit.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, it would be awesome to have you come out here. There's a venue called the Bottle Rocket that is really fucking awesome that I feel like you would be awesome at because it's like a weirder like Twin Peaks-ish type of venue. I feel like it would be perfect for a Sugar Pit show.
Dude,
So
that
if
would be
you can
sick.
if you can get the crew out here, we
Yeah.
can set it up because we know those guys, so we could set it up for you.
Oh, that would be sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be cool just to like meet you guys in real life and grab a beer or something. That would be
That
awesome.
would be awesome. I want you to come. I want you to be, we've done the two interviews over Zoom, but I want you to be in the studio. I want you to be the fourth chair for
Yeah,
for a
dude.
couple episodes.
I appreciate you guys having me on and like just covering it and like it's super I don't know. I feel like I put out this album just kind of being like, we'll see what happens, but I don't know. It's like very flattering and also like it makes me feel genuinely good just to have like smart dudes talking about your music and like taking it kind of serious. It's like having a discussion about it and taking it seriously. Like that shit made me happy. And you guys are also so fun to watch and just listen to. Like there's like just the chemistry you guys have and the banter is awesome.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You're probably one of the first and only people who've ever called us smart on the show. So I appreciate that. That feels good.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I mean, we love your shit. I mean, after we've discovered Don't Jinx It, like I've been listening to you nonstop, showing your shit to people. I love that album. It was like, that album became like a secret or kind of come from behind favorite of the year for me last year. Like I still bump that all the time, and I've been bumping Freaking Out Indoors since it
Awesome.
released too, because it's so cool and. I can't wait to see what you do next in terms of like music because it's just I don't know. It's you're combining some of my favorite artists' sounds, but also like now it feels like you're becoming like your own unique thing more and more. So I'm very pumped to hear your next project. And if you're ever in Pittsburgh, you have my number now, so just text me. We'll get on the show. We can get you a show out here too. So, yeah, definitely. Let's keep in touch.
Dude, totally. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. I
for sure,
appreciate all
man.
that, man.
Thanks for talking to me today, too. I
Thanks for having me. I'm
yeah,
flattered.
yeah.
Thank you,
It's
man.
it's been great.